Hello, everyone, and welcome to the review Monster Hunter. I started playing Monster Hunter a little while ago when I found out there was actually a movie, and it kind of crept up on me. This movie came out in December of 2020. I didn't even know this thing was even a movie. That's how late in the game I am on this one. But again, I digress. It's still as compared to the movie, like compared to the game itself, Monster Hunter is a movie based on a video game that takes place in this, especially Monster Hunter World, takes place in what is called the New World of Astera, which is kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like a primitive Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, only there's no guns. Or no like real high tech guns, like no 50 caliber guns, or everything seems to be brought down to like primitive tech like bows and arrows and things like that. Spears and gigantic blades made from gigantic monsters. Some of the blades from the video game and actually made it into the movie. Like, this is a true spoiler review. So if you haven't seen it, you probably should at least go see it until some of the weapons, and I do recommend this movie. This movie was actually good, and I'll tell you why I think this movie was good, and Parrot Head is definitely on a Dilligaff mode, because he's like, I don't give a boop. But yeah, I really think the Monster Hunter movie was actually good. The concept was really good about I know I was giving it flack while I was playing. Well, that's because I haven't seen it. And then when I actually watched it, and I actually looked at it and kind of analyzed it while I was watching it. And I'm like, this is really good movie. This actually has a good premise. It actually has a good story, and the story has got a big concept behind it. Whether it's a mirror world um altering alongside our worlds, like a parallel universe type thing, or is it something else entirely? And and I'll make that theory and query probably around near the end. But it stars Mila Jovovich as Hunter, or she plays Raider or Ranger because she was an Army Ranger, and she was trying to speak with the one guy who was actually a monster hunter in that world, and they get to somewhat talking, and she establishes that he is a hunter, and that's what he's called basically the entire movie. No, oh yeah, that was a good scene where Kong like relocated his shoulder in that movie. Yeah, that was a good. But no, it was nothing like that. It was that was a scene where I was like, ooh, I've been there before. Like, yeah, I've been down that road. Where, yeah, I've been in a bike wreck where you like had to like repop your shoulder back into its socket because you kind of dislocated your shoulder and your arm looks really weird popping out towards your front. It just looks unnatural. So I kind of just ran into a tree and then laid there for a few minutes. Yeah, I've done that. Not the greatest thing in the world, but it's better than having your mom found out that you didn't mom or dad find out you didn't get your butt kicked. You just wrecked your bike or something. But enough about that. Let's talk about this movie. This I thought it was actually good. The monsters were actually really well done. The CGI was good. Um, this was actually a collaboration with Tencent and Toho, and yeah, the same people that give us Godzilla. This was a Toho production. Toho, Tencent, Screen Gems. There was a lot of input on this movie, and like I said, it has Mila Jovovich in it. She wields the dual blades, and they're like the blades in the game, and I believe they behave like that too. And there's this one part where oh, what was it? I was gonna see if we can get anybody up here. Oh, you finally watched you're watching Monster Hunter now, Lady Kagami? Oh, that's cool. Uh, let's see. I forget I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. Um they yeah, the effects on the monsters. Oh wow. The Diablos was really well done. And the only gripe I had about this movie was really short. It was she's an army ranger in this movie. That's why they end up calling her Ranger. It's like one of the key bonding scenes between one world and the other. Well, her platoon ends up getting sucked into this world. Oh, man. I can't believe I fell for that one. Anyway, her platoon ends up getting sucked in this world via storm. And the storm is actually some type of portal between our world on Earth and that world, the new world. And yeah, crap, I'm here, Kronos. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Good to see you. Um, let's see, who all else do we have? Lady Kagome, we have butterflies, bared head. I could have sworn I saw Inacris in here earlier. Maybe I was. No. Okay. Well, the premise is actually really good. This, this sky tower was brought to them by an ancient civilization. Made by an ancient civilization with ancient technology. And that seems to be the source of what's going on with the whole portals between worlds. But it seems to be unstable for some reason. I don't know if it's a shift in the Earth or the monsters might have something to do with it, that it's weakening and blipping in and out like it is. But there's always that. Um, but it seems really interesting. It's an ancient civilization that made this. And yet I thought it would be like a reverse thing where the new world. Now here's where the theory comes in. The new world the Monster Hunter New World would actually be not our past, but our future. And her world, which she came from, was the civilization. Where, as he said, a Rathalos came. Yes, it's the same one that. Yes, it is the same one for the Fifth Element, Kronos. You are right. Mila Jovovich is actually in Monster Hunter. um, and I also looked at the cast when it was over, and I saw another name I haven't seen, Megan Good. I've never heard of her, so I decided, well, let's just take a look at her IMDb here. Let's see if I can get this booted. I'm booting myself out of here. Let's see. Ooh, okay. I don't think I'm going to have to share audio. Ah, there it is. Yeah, I think it's Mila Jovovich. I think it's actually pronounced Jovovich. I'm, I'm not entirely sure. Booty yourself. What do you mean? Am I roboting now? Let's see. We got Megan Goods, IMDb. Let's see if I can. Meg guest starring in the series The Parenthood, Touched by an Angel, Moesha. Wow. God heck of a. Let's see. Let's see if I can find her film. She's had 9 nominations. Let's see. What all we got? Miss Megan Good. Got an Image Award nominee. Nominee for. Whoa, she was in Stomp the Yard. She plays Brick. Maybe. I don't know. I've never seen it. I don't know if feel free to put it in the chat. I am roboting again. Okay. Let me stop. How about that? Is that better? Stop the screen share. Hello, Pat S. Is it better now that I stop the screen share? And Pat S has a little robot icon into the. Apparently, I'm also roboting on his end. Uh, just trying to keep this thing going. I was gonna have a little discussion, but on all the people that I talk to, I can't find a person. Well, if somebody has actually seen this movie, I'd actually send them an invite. But I don't know anybody that's actually seen it. Yeah, that's better. What's better? Oh, it's good now, Pat S. Okay. Alright. Probably because I was sharing screen. It happens every time I share the screen. At least sharing the screen on my end, it's just too much. I need to get me a cooling fan. Monster Hunter World or Monster Hunter. the movie, the movie that I'm reviewing and talking about right now, Chronos. I really do think this is kind of talking about like a mirror or a parallel universe behind our in between worlds. Like the new world is actually like a parallel universe aligned with ours, with a very thin veil between it. And I got to thinking, what if it's not a parallel universe? What if it is our timeline? What if Monster Hunter World was our end game and the evolutionary lines of animals actually evolved to the likes of dragons and wyverns again? And that all this crap that this this okay, this is like totally fiction, nothing to do with the movie and everything to do with the movie. But what if all this stuff that the real world's going on with identity politics and all this stuff is actually dooming us to a world where the animals are growing stronger and becoming the apex predators again? Where actually in the movie it says an ancient race built the sky tower. But what if Mila Jovovich is where she came from, we were the ancient race. That we were the ones that put it there, and we were the ones that had the Rathalos there, and I I'm trying to do this without completely giving away the ending, and I don't think it's gonna work. Because that whole theory relies on what happened at the end, and that's what really got me to thinking. But I'm just gonna throw that out there. I've been 20, almost 25 minutes on this review, and I posed my little theory. It's not much, but it's still something to think about. What if it wasn't a parallel universe, but a leap in time? Like, we finally nailed physics enough with ancient tech and new tech to discover some archaic form of time travel. And again, I guess I'm roboting. And let's see if we can open this up and see if we can actually get. We're gonna open it up now and see if we can actually find somebody who can actually talk about this movie. Because I think I rambled on long enough. I enjoyed this movie. I would. I only have like maybe one gripe with this movie. Mila Jovovich's character is an army ranger in this movie. They're all rangers. a whole unit of Rangers. I understood the whole army chant thing. Everybody had a big deal with that whole army chant thing. I didn't have a problem with that because army does that. Army do what army do. Marines do that. Navy does it. They all have their little chants. But that was a really, really old chant. I don't really think they'd be chanting now. They probably just used it because it was in public domain, because I even saw in the credits that that was public domain. They didn't want to get copyrighted for it. That's probably why they used it. I mean, you see, the difference between Hollywood and us YouTubers, we don't have to follow a narrative. We don't have to do what big corporate tells us. Unless Mama Susan comes raining down on us like love, like the god of thunder, we don't have to do shit. Good evening, Catman. Well, the basic reviews in the first 28 minutes. If anybody wants to come up and chat and maybe it's actually seen this movie and talk, uh, come talk about it, because maybe there's something that I missed. Chronos sitting up straight's a bitch. Yeah, sometimes I'd have to agree with that. Sometimes sitting up straight is a bitch. Catman, A.K.D.D. Myers, he's a Catman. Meow, 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 meow. Hello, Adega Outlaw. I think I popped the link into the chat. If I come up, and I don't know if you've the Monster Hunter world or the Monster Hunter movie. You're more than welcome to come up. I'm gonna see if I can pin this comment here. See if we can pin the link up at the top. The chat. Nope, you didn't see it. Well, I wouldn't bother with a replay if you did see it, but I do recommend it. It has a lot of high-tech ideas with very ancient technology. It's kind of right. It might actually be up your alley, especially on the ideas department, because right off the bat, it's all talking about like parallel universes akin to ours, and that's how they set it up, and that's how they kind of explain how this actually works. That the Marines actually get to, because the new world of the world of Monster Hunter. And that's what I hear about everybody's gripe about this movie. And I mean, anybody who's actually said anything about this movie, they have a problem with. Yeah, that's good. You almost watched it on Prime. Yeah, it is really good. I actually enjoyed it, and as we know, I've been even replaying Monster Hunter World just because I found out about this movie. So I've been doing a lot of homework and prep for this. I've been reviewing a lot of this myself. It's not like I haven't been sitting around with my thumb up my rear this time. I've actually done some homework for this one. Done some homework. Mila Jovovich is actually quite known for her. It was directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, which isn't that like his wife or something? Isn't she married to? Let me on IMDb. Let's see. I'm still on IMDb on another screen, so I'll just check this out right now. Uh, let's see if I can spell her name right without Mila. It'll probably pop up. Oh, I was right. Right off the bat. Mila Jovovich. I'm easily amused. Yes, I knew Ukrainian born actors. Yeah, I knew that. I th- think she was I think she was a model first before she's known for the Fifth Element, the Resident Evil franchise, and a lot of things. Ultraviolet. Let's see what else. Yeah, I bet you. I'm gonna try her actual full name, Nilka Bogdanova Jovovich. Oh, that is a mouthful. I'm gonna. I wonder, do we have any Russian or Ukrainian um, folks in the chat that we can verify that I actually said that right, or maybe close? Wait a minute, her name was Artemis in Monster Hunter, but they also call her Ranger in that. But okay, she was in 2019's Hellboy. Huh? Figures the Hellboy I didn't watch. I remember her like playing in her younger years. She was in way before Element, where everybody. She was in Parker Lewis Can't Lose, the TV series with what's his name? Corey Nemec. She was Robin Fechnowitz. Yeah, I remember Little Robin. But my dad loved this one movie that she was in, and I didn't even know she actually starred in it. It was called Dazed and Confused. She played in Dazed and Confused. He did jump ship. Okay. Have a good later, Kronos.
Later, Kronos.
Let's see here. Going through Mila Jovovich's IMDb page. Blah, 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 blah. Her personal quote: "To be an actor, you have to know yourself really well. That's been a major thing for me, to really understand why I do things." Wow. Maybe we have been saying it wrong, her name, because apparently her surname actually means son of Jovan. So maybe it is maybe is it Jovan or I don't think it's a strong J. I've always heard Jovovich. Like the J is pronounced like a Y, but like in Spanish, I believe it's habanero or J in the Spanish language is like pronounced with an H, like jalapeno, which is spelled like Jalepeno. I think. Well, for language and dialect and well, I think I'm going to open it up now. If anyone, I think I'm done with this review, and there doesn't seem to be much of a discussion because I couldn't. I didn't find anybody who actually watched this movie. Probably because it escaped everybody's radar, including mine, until like just last couple weeks. Like I didn't even see trailers for this puppy, and this came out December of 2020. So it it literally, unless you constantly go to movies all the time, it escaped everybody's radar. If Adega, if you want to come up and chat for a little bit, we got the links up top, brother.
Hey, Dega.
We have Nancy V Star here. Hey Nancy, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Did you happen to watch a little bit of Monster Hunter World?
I did. I only caught the end of it. I caught the very, very end of it. And 'cause it was playing when I came out here. I was like, whoa, what the hell is this? This is tight. At the very end. But
Those monsters were interesting, weren't they?
I only saw the one, the very last one. I didn't get to see any other one. Where she was, I'm not going to spoil it.
So you saw the Rathalos, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, I had a gripe with the Rathalos for some reason.
Really?
Yeah,
Too. That's
in the game, Rathalos is really, really a red monster.
really not brown like that. It was like a brownish.
It was like a brick brown,
Yeah, it almost.
like a reddish brown.
Yeah, and I was
I
almost
guess
like.
that'd be a more realistic tone because this thing was like almost pure red.
At first, I thought it was Godzilla because I wasn't awake yet, and I'm just seeing it now. But I really liked the end.
Yeah, I like the end
I
too.
liked the end. The end was beautiful.
I thought it was beautiful and it was kind of touching. It had a
The
touching
monster
ending.
died,
Yeah,
but that's okay.
it's Monster Hunter. I
know,
expect Monster to die or
right?
two.
I've always been kind of for the monster side. I know, don't ask why. I felt sorry for like all the villains and the monsters and stuff growing up. So
Yeah,
personal interaction with the two people is freaking beautiful. It's like they came from two worlds.
you're talking Artemis and Hunter there. Yeah.
Yeah, they came from two worlds. It seems like. So I didn't see the beginning, so I only saw the end. So the interpretation of the end is one race and another race came together.
I did like who played the Admiral. The Admiral was actually played by Ron Perlman.
Oh, really? I didn't see that. Like I said, it's
The real spiky haired fella that kind of looked a little
kind of like this.
with the big switch axe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tight. But yeah, I want to see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch it.
Well, welcome back, butterflies.
Butterfly.
I guess it's not really exactly over yet. So we've been on and off about this topic for about 40 some minutes. And my thing was about the whole Mila's character, Artemis slash Ranger, actually being an Army Ranger.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's my gripe because with the movie.
The Rangers.
Because Rangers don't leave a man behind.
And Rangers don't even exist anymore.
Yeah, Rangers don't even really.
Was a Ranger.
I don't even think. Yeah, I don't even think they truly exist anymore.
I think they just changed names and went into something else. But yeah, my dad was a Ranger in the war.
But what do I know? I know what I know because my dad and my uncles taught me. Like I've had if you've heard me talk, my dad was an Army vet, a Vietnam vet, to be exact. And I've had uncles that were in the Navy. I've had cousins that were that was a Marine, and my best friend was in the Air Force. So I've had at least people from just about every branch. And I've heard the Rangers code. You don't leave a man behind. I mean, they'll even put remains in a backpack just to make sure that they have that they can get at least some semblance of a body back home to their kith and kin. And that's my whole gripe with this movie.
Now, were the Rangers
It,
Marine or Army?
they were singing Army chant, so I'm guessing Army.
I'm trying to think. He had a green uniform. I stole his jacket. But it was green, so it was Army color. Yeah.
That and yeah, I only have two real gripes with this movie. That and the Rathalos. But I guess they wanted a more realistic look for the Rathalos, and pure red and black was not exactly in gonna be able to be done and actually look realistic. So I guess it was a design choice, but I could overlook that. I could overlook the Rathalos thing. Other than that, I don't have a problem with this movie. It was fun. It was good movie. I'd give it I'd give it a 9.5 rating.
Really?
I'd give it yeah. I'd have to go with a 9.5.
I'd have to see it from start to finish because I. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. You just woke up.
Yeah. And it's been a very
Hectic day.
fucked up 2 days, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's neither here nor there. But
at this point, I give it a 5.
you give it only because you've only seen the end of it.
Right. I haven't seen anything else.
Yeah, I'd give it a 9.5. This as a gamer who's actually Monster Hunter and who's a fan of the franchise and as a fan of Mila Jovovich herself.
I swear she played Xena.
No, she didn't play Xena. Lucy Lawless played Xena.
Right, I know that, but I like that face.
Yeah, she's got a face like it's the facial structure. Yeah.
Beautiful.
She's got the same type face type.
Yeah, with the dark hair and blue eyes.
But yeah.
Ain't nobody want to come up and say, hey.
Yeah, if anybody wants to come up, I'm gonna pop the link into the chat one more time to see if we can.
Actually give verbal shit. That's why.
Let's see what's going on. Let's see if we can get anybody to pop up here. I know Butterflies has watched this movie. We watched it. She hasn't watched it within like the 3 times I've actually watched it. Yes, I've watched this movie 3 times. Yeah, I just got this movie and I've already watched it 3 times. Yeah, like yesterday. And I've already watched it 3 times. Yeah, I had to make sure I didn't miss like any plot details
Right. I know how,
because
we
I'm
all
really
have that stuff.
meticulous about
Right.
world building.
Right.
I mean, as a writer and a not in use dungeon master, you kind of pay attention to your world building
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. That's I was told to look up that game and play that game that over. I don't know if I have the patience anymore to play games.
Me-
Except for sniper.
Yeah,
It only shoots and
I agree. I agree, Catman. Oh, Dee Dee Myers. I do agree with this. Mila could almost get away with being a double in certain movies. I agree. Mila is Jovovich is actually very talented. She's an actor. She sometimes even does her own stunts. I think on one of those Resident Evil movies, she did. I think she did that wall run thing. That wasn't a stunt person, where she ran down the side of a building on a descender. Yeah, yeah. I think that was actually her. That wasn't a stunt double. I think it was Apocalypse or one of the first three. But because I remember the bonus features on that, and she does a lot of stuff. Like I could actually see her doing almost all her own stunts, almost all of them. If she doesn't do all her own stunts, I'd be surprised because she's just that boss. Now I'd be fanboying here a little bit, but yeah, she's she's an amazing woman. I'd have to say Mila Jovovich is something to behold on screen and off screen. Yes, and Butterflies knows about it,
Mhm.
Lady Kagome, before you even dare get started. I think she feels the same way about Mila Jovovich as I do. Because I can just hear, I can literally hear this now. Oh, you're sipping for another woman. Blah, 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 blah. Even Catman's like, yeah, he even has surgery. See, she knows, and she likes Mila too, about as much as I do.
Ah, holy me too.
Yeah, yeah, we get that a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you two are something else.
it's something good though. You guys
Yeah,
are awesome, man. You really are. Better if something about some help.
well, so much. I think I'm gonna close this down here. Thank you all for coming. Dee Dee Myers, Adega Outlaw, Lady Kagome, Butterflies, Kronos, Adega, did I say Adega Outlaw. Thank you all for coming. Let's see. I miss anybody? Pat S. Let's see. Who did I miss? Who did I miss? Uh, no, I don't think I got everybody. Yeah, I think that's it. Have a nice night. Rest of your Sunday. Stay awesome. Stay safe. Stay Eldridge. All those goodbye things. And stay safe in this crazy world of ours. And right at the buzzer, Lady Miss, you're probably going to have to catch a replay on this one, love. Have a great evening.